I just need to actually hear it.
Yeah, we're live. Hey, everybody.
Okay, well, that's easy. Okay.
I'm definitely not making my list right now.
Let me see if this is the shitty one you're talking about, Dan.
Oh.
Yo, I appreciated watching Mike dance. I wish I should have popped you up.
I saw Dan on the opposite side. It was kind of like a weird puppet show.
You sticking your hand over there, so I thought I'd join you there.
Yes. This person has two different skin colors.
Just like that'd been fun.
Don't you make fun of my skin graft, sir.
Oh. Welcome everybody. Happy to have you. Today we're going to do top 5 controversial kids films and TV shows, like controversies that are in or around said topics or media. But first of all, how's everyone doing?
List of something?
Something. You're going to get a top 5 of a thing. Or top 4, top 3. We're going to give you a list.
I thought we were trading top 5 recipes.
That would be good though. What if
controversial recipes?
Yes.
Of children.
Some people like pepper.
This recipe calls
pepper,
for human
and we
meat.
have things to do.
Yes. Because we need our gingerbread houses to be fully stocked. So
there's a fridge inside your gingerbread house. That'd be great.
Top 5 controversial long pig. There you go.
So how's everybody doing? Good, bad, and different? I see Max fervorously writing.
No, I'm not feverishly
Thank
writing.
you for fixing that.
I am just double checking because everyone knows I'm notebook and pen guy. So I'm just making sure that my list isn't
cool.
Yeah, just the crispest of papers.
Double check with both hands in the air the whole time.
Being notebook and pen guy, it's hard for me to put down my notebook or my pen, so that's kind of an impossibility. But yes, I do have a list of 5 things.
What
as he checks for more on his phone.
What a simply wonderful, loosey goosey
on my phone.
Max is gonna be a lawyer someday. Just like I have 5 things. Not only the things you want. We have 5 of them.
I have.
Hold on, Your Honor. I'm just collating over here.
Yes, just one second, Your Honor.
Time out.
yeah. Defense is called a timeout for 5 minutes.
This will be his first 30-second timeout.
Got those in court.
Put yourself in the
got
box.
2 more before the half.
3rd down and 20 to go.
Oh man.
All right, so Justin, I know you're gonna be sad, but I finished.
I mean, I'm glad you finished it.
Nice.
Though. I'm glad it looks great.
Razor Crest.
It looks great.
It comes with all kinds of fun figures, but yeah, I did this. It took a long time.
I bet when we did it at my house, the frame of it is like, this is gonna be a big chip. Like the first thing is this is gonna be.
It's pretty cool because like everything comes down.
Okay.
So like a lot of good stuff in there. Those are guys in carbonite right here.
Nice.
It looks like one of those German motorhomes that are like $1 million. I was watching those videos last night before bed. Like German engineers spent it's like $1,900,000 for like a motorhome that's basically just a mansion on wheels, and you can park like a little car in it, and it's like
What's the point of having a Can you drive it anywhere?
Yeah, you can.
You
Is
drive
it
the
a
motor
thing?
But
home,
it was
and then
weird
when
because
you go to the store and stuff like that, you take your little car.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm saying like you're parking this thing that's effectively like two rigs put together.
Yeah, essentially.
But the all folds in. It all comes in.
What's weird is that I was searching up van life because I find that interesting. Like people modify, basically just vans to hit the road and not have a place of permanent residential space. They just camp and travel the country. I found that kind of interesting. And these show up. I'm like, this isn't van life. You just
Oh no, it's just van life done with German efficiency.
I don't know.
Germans, they they have to over-engineer it, and it has to be the best quality.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks comfortable, but I'm like, what's the point? You're like, yeah, this is going to be perfect. The guy was like, this is perfect for like camping. I'm like, this is not camping.
Yeah, you're not camping. You're definitely not camping.
You're not going outside if you have this thing.
18-wheeler double wide into the campgrounds. Fucking
just rolling through town.
Takes up 3.5 camp spaces.
like to rent a lot for 2 nights. You bring this thing in, and
I need to rent 4,000 acres for the next 3 nights.
The thing about van life, what I've gathered, and about camping is that you want to be conspicuous with your vehicle. Like you want it to just you could park it on the side of the road or something and just hang out there. It would be left unbothered. It'd be like, oh, it's just a van. And little they know you got like a home entertainment system or a comfy bed in there. Here it's like, oh, okay, that person's rich.
Yeah.
What's up, Jason?
Hey.
Terrible. Jason, we're terrible. We're miserable without you.
Oh yes. So very sad.
Picking up that slack he was talking about last week.
That's right. So, not to dip into the kind of a negative or a sad news, but you guys hear about the Foo Fighters drummer? That was real
bummer.
sad. Yeah, that was a super sad thing.
Have they determined what the cause? Because I knew when it was first announced that they didn't know.
Yeah, Taylor Hawkins died from the Foo Fighters, the drummer. He died
50.
What I heard. Yeah, he was.
Did the Foo finally get him? He's done fighting the Foo.
It's a long war, Max. It's been a long one. According to NBC, the article here says had 10 substances in system when he died, but I don't know what the substances.
So he went out with a bang.
Sounds like it.
There were stories that he had gone down to the lobby complaining about chest pains earlier. I don't know if those are.
Oh no.
Oh geez.
Yeah. So that doesn't sound good.
That sucks. They recently released a horror movie too.
Yeah, it was like 666 something, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I have yet to see that.
Studio 666 or something.
Studio
like that.
666. Yeah.
I did want to check it out because I think it's gonna be dumb fun, right? They didn't take themselves
yeah.
seriously. Yeah. So
Dave Grohl is fun, and I'm sure they're having a blast too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be kind of bittersweet now for anyone who's watching it.
Really. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a band who they're having trouble writing their 10th album or some shit like that. They go to this haunted house to because the acoustics are nice, but to get fresh some fresh experiences or whatever to make this new album, and then obviously haunted house shit happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's unfortunate. R.I.P.
Yeah.
But I was hoping to see them in concert someday, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
I just revisited what was it, Wasting Light last night while I was doing stuff, getting stuff ready for today, and I was thinking man, it's amazing too that they recorded this all in Grohl's garage. That was modded up and stuff. It's
Nice.
Interesting.
Well, and just not to make it about Dave Grohl, but Kurt Cobain and now you're drummer.
Really.
That's a rough.
Well, I mean,
band member
that's
thing.
different circumstances.
No, 100%.
Who wants to work with Dave Grohl now? I mean,
but you know what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna do it.
I don't know what you're saying, Justin. It sounds like you're saying Dave Grohl is the cat that goes around the hospice care.
No.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm just saying it's sad. It just sucks that he keeps losing band members.
It does.
Time frame between, but
Dave Grohl was in the Pick of Destiny, and so was Dio.
Stop it! Stop it! They had no scenes together. I don't think.
He was just on set.
It doesn't matter.
Let's not give credence to this theory that Dave Grohl is the Grim
cursed.
Reaper cat. I love Dave Grohl.
He seems like a really
Yeah.
good dude. Everything about him seems good.
The dude,
Can we
very
talk
passionate
Nick
about music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Nick Cage like having like it feels like a comeback? Like he was out of the public eye for a while, then like Pig and Mandy and like he seems to be kind of coming back around.
Kick
He has a
ass.
book coming out. It's what's it called? I had it up. The Age of Cage. 4 decades of Hollywood through one singular career.
Nice.
Like Keith Phipps.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah.
I am
don't
looking
know.
forward to that tremendous talent. I don't remember the title of it. The where he plays himself movie that we showed the trailer last time.
Yeah,
that
the
seems
unbearable
pretty
weight
amazing.
of massive talent. I think that's gonna be just stupid fun too, right? It's just gonna be silly.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun.
I hope so.
hope so,
I mean,
but-
I think also in the news, like he finally paid off all his debts. Like he's in the clear now.
He's in the market for another T-Rex head, just like I got some money now.
Like he's in the
Yeah,
green finally. So good
So
for
be a
him.
little bit more selective of the films he's taking. Is that what
I
you're
don't
saying?
think he will though.
He seems
Just
horrible.
shotgun it through it.
Yeah, it's okay.
When he was picking like prestige roles is when I didn't like him.
Yeah, fair enough.
But when he had to take everything, then I started to really like Nick Cage. Like
I mean, he's gonna be consistent in whatever he's in. Like he doesn't like slack off and stuff too much. Like it's not like what they're doing with poor Bruce Willis and all those
oh god
movies.
Oh,
now.
they've killed our boy.
Whatever. Like, Bruce Willis gave up a while ago. Like, there's
I mean, there's
Yeah.
some other things probably at play there. Possibly, again, rumor mills circulating about his health and stuff like that. But like, at least Cage is like, I'll deliver for you whatever this project is. So,
But I like Cage in like smaller things where he can really shine. Like I hate The Rock. Not the actor, the movie.
The Stone.
I love The Rock. What are you talking about?
It's just
I love The Rock.
No,
I did.
No, Dan,
Sean
Connery.
You're wrong.
Sorry.
You're wrong on this one.
sorry. Well, I mean,
Sorry.
according to you, I'm like wrong on everything. But that's,
I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna say.
Fine.
I get it, Dan. I get why people
Yeah.
don't like The Rock.
But,
I like The Rock.
But I mean, where is Nicolas Cage punching women and while wearing a bear suit in The Rock? I mean,
was like, wait a
come
minute.
on.
No,
Or,
The Rock
or
is
screaming
guy-
about the bees, or not talking and killing animatronics. I mean, that's much more fun to me.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like Sean Connery playing James Bond, who got caught by the Americans and was just held for so many years. The Rock has got a lot of different things to it, other than Nicolas Cage going on. That's why The Rock stands out. But Nicolas Cage does Nicolas Cage all throughout that movie as best he can, and
As best he can.
yeah, there's no teddy bear suit, but the movie didn't call for a teddy bear suit. It's like.
Doesn't it, Max?
He's got to stab himself in the chest with the freaking syringe. like that's where they go with this movie. Like it's not. You remember holding up the flares and he's like got the needle still hanging out of his chest. Like no, it's different. There's different cageisms.
Yeah, okay.
There's different cages for different folks.
Or
But it's
Cage
not-
playing Travolta.
Yeah, it's not quite face-off Cage,
Yes.
Like,
Oh my god.
that's
Yeah,
one of the best cages.
Yes. Yeah. It's. I hope he still just keeps making a shit ton of movies because, and I'm gonna agree with Dan. Like it does give you more just randomness for Nicolas Cage to be in, but also he is working very very hard. So like at some point in time you got to take a break. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, hopefully. Yeah, all of his money problems are gone, and he can just do things because he actually wants to do them now.
Yeah, I just wanted to see like the crazy purchases. Like, I hope that hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
Like, I really want him to be like, I've learned a lot of lessons in my financial life, but I'm gonna buy this T-Rex figure.
Yeah, I definitely need a pterodactyl to go with my T-Rex.
You know what I mean? Like,
And the next day, you just see the headline: Nick Cage buys Stonehenge.
That would be pretty boss.
Yeah.
I'm down for this.
Well, you do know what we need now.
what?
We need Tim Burton's Superman to happen in
Yeah.
all of its schneppy
he was
goodness.
gonna be a Superman, right? Was he gonna be Superman?
Yeah,
He did. They did costume tests and everything. it's almost like we knew someone who did a full documentary about this topic.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Schnepp. Yeah.
Sorry. But are we excited for the Oscars? I don't really watch the Oscars,
No.
but I know they're tonight.
No.
So I just want to ask.
I'm doing something else during the
They are?
Oscars.
I could not care any less about the Oscars. Like I tried to care less, and I like literally can't.
Here's
Like,
any of the actual interesting stuff they've already done. Like people
Yeah.
were showing like the video footage of like Sam Jackson getting his Lifetime Achievement Award, and Danny Glover getting something for his fundraising and stuff like that in honor of him. And so anything that I would have been interested in watching, it's already been done and shoved away for filler stuff. I'm interested in who wins because I have watched like 6 out of the 10 Best Picture nominees, so I am curious about that, but it's something that I'm going to be like hunkered down wanting to watch in a 3-hour broadcast.
Until tomorrow and see who won.
Yeah.
Like, there's no I don't care what anyone's wearing. I don't care who shows up.
I don't care about that most popular whatever hashtag thing they decided to put in this year to try and make it seem relevant to the general audience. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I'm making a movie tonight, so
I haven't cared about the Oscars in over a decade. Like it gets worse.
Less and less relevant. Yeah.
We should watch once the Razzies come out with their vote of the worst movie of the year. We should do a film party.
They already did that.
Party.
I think.
Is it already done for this year?
I think Leto won for Gucci.
Oh.
I think. I'm not sure. I don't care about the Razzies either, too, because at that point it's just like dogpiling.
Yeah, you just
people for it's stupid and juvenile, and it's just who gives
half the Razzies aren't even funny.
Honestly,
I would rather it just be funny.
But is Gucci as bad as Gotti?
It's unbelievably just run-of-the-mill mediocre. Leto is ridiculous in it, but at the same time, his ridiculousness is kind of saving most of it.
Okay. So it's not just like
I'm holding out.
No, it's not off the wall crazy. It's adequate.
Yeah, I'm holding out for Morbius to fill my Leto quota for the next 5 years.
Oh man, is that going to stop? That was going to be a topic I wanted to bring up. Are we excited for Morbius?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for a train wreck. I hope that the trains smash into each other and there's all kinds of mayhem. I hope that there's fucking explosives on the train. Like when it smacks into the other train, I need them to both be doing $120 at each other. That's what I want. I don't see any actual oh wow, this is a good movie. What great dialogue this movie had.
Yeah. That trailer starts and you hear the guy says, I have exceptional strength and stuff, and I'm like, you're generic. Great. Generic superhero. Hooray.
I saw on some feeds that there was an early UK screening and the feedback wasn't great. They were saying it's pulled right out of the mid 2000s level of bad movies. Matt Smith apparently is surprisingly good, is what people were saying.
Matt Smith.
Yeah, they got Matt Smith in it. And they were saying any and all tie-ins they were hinting at to Spider-Man in the trailers are completely excised from the movie, and the 2 post-credit scenes apparently don't make any sense. So
great.
That's unfortunate.
I can't.
That's good.
Yeah, they are cutting ties. It sounds like, right? They're like, we do not want this associated. You're going to suck.
Or they have no fucking clue what they're doing over at Sony, aside from when they collaborate.
No, I don't get it.
No, Sony never had a clue. It's never been good. They have yet to produce a solid fucking Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
In this modern day of superhero glut, Sony's trailing.
That's
it sucks when you're worse than DC. Fuck, man! Get the fuck out of here.
Except the animation thing, because Spider-Verse, leaps and bounds better. But that's something I feel that's something entirely different from what they're trying to do with this whole.
It was a fluke.
You should be worse than DC, but DC should be good.
Yes.
That's the problem there. You say you're worse than DC because DC sucks, but that's a problem with both studios.
So have we watched anything fun? I watched The Adam Project the other day, and I thought that was a fun kids movie. It felt like a kids movie, a little more mature than a kids movie, but it felt like a kids movie. Have you? Has anyone
I
watched
saw the
anything?
Adam Project.
I watched.
Didn't like it?
No.
Did I talk about Our Flag Means Death last week?
I think a little bit, but I know
yeah.
Dan's a big fan, so you guys want to talk about it again? Feel free.
I fucking love that show. I thought it was
Yes.
super good. I really do enjoy everybody on the show. Again, I'm a fucking Taika Waititi head. Like, I can't get away from this dude, but I love him in everything. So.
I mean, Mike is over it. Like, he's literally just like.
No, I'm just listening to because I haven't seen the show yet, but I might just
it's-
based off of your guys' recommendations.
Yeah, what's the main character guy's name?
I know
Bonnie.
who you're talking about.
But he does a great job. Like, I just love his character. This gentleman, the gentleman pirate.
It's Rise Darby, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Reese Darby.
Reese
Darby.
Yeah, thank you.
The guy who I thought was Hugh Jackman, but isn't Hugh Jackman. He looks like him though, so it's.
I get from like the nose down. I can get with you.
The nose down. He just needs to wear a mask, like mask
Robert
pirate
Patterson. Turn into Batman.
It's
how far have you gotten, Max?
I finished the season.
Okay, I've gotten to episode 6. So
okay, it's good. It just chugs right along. I like all the crew is great. Like, all the guys they got, all their weird like just quirks are awesome. And I like all the little adventures they go on. It's just a great show. It's not your average. It's not like Pirates of the Caribbean. If you're looking for like a pirate show, it's not that.
It's like The Office on the boat, right?
It's more like a Monty Python.
Not The Office. Sorry, not The Office like sitcom, but an office on a boat, right?
Kind of. I attribute it more to like a Monty Python's pirate story than
yeah.
So I dig it. It's just a fun little jaunt, and I can't wait for season 2. I really hope season 2 is coming. I don't know if they got cleared for that.
That's why I'm happy it's not a Netflix show, because they would probably cancel it.
They just killed a new show. They just canceled another one.
They're in a cancel, or stuff is leaving. Like, Next Gen is going to be leaving there soon to go to Paramount Plus, I think.
So, like, what's keeping people on Netflix? Like, what's the hook? I don't know.
I canceled a week and a half ago. So.
Oh wow! No, I'm down for their Formula One show, Drive to Survive. They do have some good, like, I'm waiting on the next Castlevania, I'm waiting on the next, there
are some good shows. It's too much stuff.
For sure.
For sure.
But but it's like, Netflix, when they were the internet place to go, a lot of people just signed, like, they had contracts for a lot of these movies and stuff, and now that everyone's doing their own thing, Netflix is suffering from that. I
remember when I got, like, actual physical discs from them, and they had everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was just like we've streamlined down to here, and this is what you'll like. And by the way, we're gonna raise your subscription another $2.99.
Yeah.
It's like no.
That's a big thing.
I feel like the Hulu is the best bang for your buck, just because of the live stuff, but. I mean, like, it sucks where you have to end up spreading all your money around to get everything you want.
Like, I have most of the major streaming things now, and it's like, well, what can I shave off? Like,
I mean, honestly, HBO Max. A lot of people were like, "This isn't gonna last." I'm like, they got their shit together in the past 2 years.
Max has been.
Bridgerton. That's what Netflix has got.
Bridgerton's a big thing.
That's true.
I enjoyed the Viking shows on Netflix too.
Yeah,
I haven't got around to those yet. There's like 2 that came out like 2 weeks ago, right?
And Valhalla, Vikings Valhalla, or something like that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, if you have an Xbox, they've got a rewards thing where you got to, like, get Vikings Valhalla and get a subscription, and then watch it, and then do something else, and you get, like, so many points. It's like, this is the most convoluted thing you've ever tried to do.
Right.
God, man. It's whatever. But I feel like Netflix has got a few things. But I mean, like, they're definitely like down from. But you can blame their own success on why like they're shitty now, or that's just
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, because also too, I felt like they like kind of hit their peak stuff like literally 2 years ago, and then pandemic changed a lot of stuff. Like stuff that should have been released like in the dumping grounds of January now finds its way on there instead.
Yeah.
Like Adam Project. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like
damn.
I did not care for that movie. It's fine. It's fine and whatever, but it feels like a movie that should have been released in January in theaters. But then, like 2 years ago, or a couple years ago, they had like The Irishman. They had Roma. They had like these prestige films that were directly to Netflix, and then all of a sudden, it's like, crank out something. Let's crank out a sequel movie to Woo Assassins, which I'm sure a handful of people watched. It's like,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? I went to a horror convention yesterday.
Is it in Columbus here?
No, it was in Cincinnati.
Okay.
And I was disappointed because, like, again, I'm not a horror fan, so
I was disappointed in the horror convention that I don't like.
No, but like there wasn't anything because like I can at least appreciate like good cosplay but like the cosplay contest wasn't until like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So none of the cosplay
that's
people
too
were
late.
walking
it's
around.
scarier that way, Max.
Okay, cool.
I'm also sleepy.
We'll crown the winner at midnight.
but like I couldn't stay awake through a fucking Tool concert, so I don't know how your cosplay contest is gonna keep me awake.
We're just old, dude. At this point,
like that's how it is. I'm just like, man, like there wasn't a lot of good like because when you go to a comic book convention, there's like fringe horror stuff there. Like there's a little bit, So it's like, oh, okay, well, there's probably gonna be some fringe comic book stuff or some some fringe stuff there that I'll enjoy. There was not a lot of it. It was mostly just like dead on horror, and so like I was not impressed. I almost got a tattoo. That's how like not much to do at all. I was like,
was it a
I
horror
am so
tattoo?
bored. Ink me.
Huh?
Was it a horror tattoo?
No, it would have been a Millennium Falcon, like a little like a cheapy Millennium Falcon.
With Jason driving the money.
I was going to put like on my wrist right here.
So it sounds like they did have some non-horror stuff there for you.
Yeah, they had like a little bit of stuff, but like again, I didn't get the tattoo. I didn't end up buying like any.
Was there a lot of people?
There were a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
So again, like this is just me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the Horror Hound was a bad convention. Like I just feel like it wasn't set up for like if you got drug along to this, like you're
if you're lukewarm with it.
Yeah. I think that's the way it is for a lot of like things that invest a whole weekend in. It's like if I'm not really invested in it, then I'm not going to be overwhelmed by it.
There were some cool people there. Matthew Lillard was there. Mark Dacascos. Nev Campbell was there. So like there were some good big that's names. Cool. I almost went to the Matthew Lillard panel, but then like it was actually a fucking frenzy to get in there. So
okay.
Okay, like no, I'm good. But so I'm sure that would have been good. And Matthew Lillard is a cool dude. So like I'm a little sad that I missed out on that.
That's Shaggy, right?
Yes.
Yes. And among other things, he's
a bunch of stuff, but yes.
He's probably most likely there for Scream, but
right. Yeah,
but Shaggy.
But he's most known for Shaggy.
That's what he's most known for.
I kind of wanted to go and ask you, it's like, so like your career has kind of put you, in a lot of different genres. Is it weird when someone comes up like to your horror convention and asks you a Scooby-Doo question? Does that happen?
And you're like, because brace yourself. Yes. I'm not a horror fan, but I know my Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I got Scooby-Doo back to front.
So I was just combing through Comic Book Movie. This title caught my attention. Star Wars series set during the High Republic era, reportedly beginning pre-production. So that's exciting. It's like a Stranger Things in space is what they're tagging it as. So something that's not Skywalker. You try it. Look at Max's face. He ain't for it.
Try it.
Prequel. We're still making prequels.
How did we get to Stranger Things in space from that though?
I know
that's literally the tagline they have under
Really?
the
Okay.
thing. It says
That's weird.
they're describing it as Stranger Things in space.
So long
So
as
it's
it's
gonna be
Stranger
kids?
Things season 1 and not like
I know. I
anything
love
after
season one,
one.
and just started kind of.
I still liked it, honestly.
I'm still gonna watch it. I'm excited for it, but
So it's gonna be
season
kids?
one's my favorite.
Little like Twi'lek and fucking Ewok children running around.
Yeah, that sounds great. It's like
No.
The Ewok adventure.
yeah. So much, we could add droids to it. It'll be fun.
Right. Okay. I'm only I'm only down for murderous droids now. Like
Yeah.
my favorite
Oh my
droid
god,
Murderous
it's so good.
is K2 from Rogue One.
Yep.
My favorite droid in the entirety of Star Wars.
God forbid Star Wars is for kids.
Yeah, really.
We've had enough Star Wars for kids. All right.
Shut
They
up,
made
children. It's
So
mine
many
now.
Star Wars for kids. Can I get some Star Wars for adults, please? Like just a little. That's all I want.
It's from the 70s. We can be adults with some of this.
Right.
Well, you did. It's called the holiday special.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got our adult fare.
Yeah.
And
see?
it doesn't get more adult than that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
look, here's a masturbation chair and some Jefferson Starship. There you go.
I mean, I'll take half that. I won't tell you which half.
Oh, we know. You don't need to say, Justin. We know.
Does it play Boston too?
That's a deal breaker.
Sold.
Yeah.
It starts blasting more than a feeling. It's fine.
Yes.
Oh God.
Um,
Are we excited for She-Hulk? Are we
yes.
excited for She-Hulk?
maybe.
Because I like Tatiana Maslany. I really like that actress.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping they gave her something to, and like, because I don't know if you've ever watched the show Orphan Black. She plays, like 6 clones, but each one is so very distinctive. Like you don't recognize them as Tatiana Maslany. Like they're each their own character, and she does a very, very good job of it. And she has to act against herself. And I'm interested if they have stuff for her to do. Because she can.
I'm curious, because honestly, that's the one Marvel Disney Plus show I'm the most curious about if I were to watch it.
Sure.
Is because She-Hulk in the comics for a long while was like proto Deadpool, very self-aware, very
I loved her
fourth
in the
wall
comics.
breaking.
Yeah, I enjoyed
So
it a lot.
I'm wondering, are they going to actually take some risks and make it a little bit more meta aware of itself, like Deadpool, or they're gonna be like, oh, we already got Deadpool for that, so let's just make her a more standard, whatever, cookie cutter Disney Plus show.
But you got everybody else for that, so
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, if they try to do a thing, I'm down. Because I feel like again, the best superhero stories are where it's like, okay, we're telling. This is our detective movie. We make a detective movie or TV show or whatever. It just happens to be Batman. It just happens to or the first season of Daredevil, the first season of The Punisher. Like they were going for a thing, and they did the thing.
Well, she's a lawyer, so
yeah. So Matlock, the superhero show, I'm down.
it's Daredevil and the Punisher put together. It's fine. But big green.
Should Matt Talk switch to She-Hulk is the question.
I don't know why they haven't.
they got plenty more seasons to get
But,
through.
Yeah, a while.
But so I'm just hoping for good writing. I'm hoping for plausible like storylines that make sense. I'm hoping. And good acting. Like that's all I'm hoping for. If they can give a good nod to what the comic, to the heart of the comic book, then even better.
So, dipping our toes into video games, are we excited for Hogwarts Legacy? I'm kind of excited for it. It's this
Kinda.
single player Harry Potter, like you're going to school type of deal.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Nah.
Not a fan. Okay.
I will say I've got too much on my plate already with Elden Ring. So
I just picked it up a couple days ago.
oh boy, how you doing?
Welcome.
I died a lot. And I think I
Welcome
stuck too
to the
heavy into
second
dexterity,
circle.
and I'm regretting that. is I left my health and vigor and stuff alone, and I'm just getting like beat against a wall, like just like fly swatted, like
glass cannon.
Yeah.
I have gotten a lot better since I've beaten some bosses. Like they're not the big ones yet. They're like sub bosses that work. I beat that tree sentinel asshole at the very start.
At the very start, it took a week.
Oh no! Like there's a boss. Like as soon as you step out of the temple, there's a boss right down there that you can go fight.
Just smack you across the map.
Yeah, he will demolish you, and he's right there within like 5 feet of you starting the game. So
it set you up to just think that's your next fight, and then it really isn't. It's really not.
No, it's not. It's not at all. I mean, it's a frustrating. I've said it for weeks now. It's a frustrating kind of fun. Imps are a pain in the ass. Like imps are the worst thing ever, and
I think I've just had that enough lately, so I'll play it, but it'll be down the road a bit.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, I totally get that. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just got. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I just got through the first Surge game, and it's just it's the same kind of thing. It's just like the Dark Soulsy. You wander around, you died, and then you start again, and then you died again, and I realize that Elden Ring is huge and all, and it's the rage now, but I'm just tired of that.
Do they, like, when you buy the game, do they send you like a piece of wall to smash?
A spare controller.
in case you throw yours. I do like the horse. The horse is fun.
Yeah.
Great.
It makes things a little bit more enjoyable than what I would be if I was just running around on my own. And it helps with the open world aspect too, because you can get lost.
I've been playing Divinity.
Original Sin, 2.
Original Sin 2. With a couple of friends of mine. That's been cool, but I didn't even realize it. Actually, I've known that game. It has been out. Like, I don't know why I've never played it up until now. Like, I've almost bought this game like fucking 35 times, and then my friend was like, "You should really try this game." Like we haven't played. Like he's never finished it, and so he was looking to actually go through the whole game, and I was like, "All right, I'll give it a go." Like I found it on sale. So like I was like, man, I wish I would have bought this game like years ago when it actually came out. But the Borderlands, the new Borderlands game.
I want to play that so badly, but I'm in Elden Ring. Tina's
I hated Borderlands though. Like I'm not a fan of Borderlands.
So what about Borderlands didn't you like?
I don't like the cell shadedness. I find it very hard to tell the enemies from the background.
Oh, okay. That's right. I doubt you're gonna have that problem with this because I think it's just a different like backdrop, right?
Yeah, so like I'm hoping like maybe I can get into it. I'm very like anxious to buy it, but like again, like I don't play a lot of games in a year, you know. Like so, if this is gonna be like game number 2, then so be it. But I'm tentatively interested in the new Borderlands game, fucking because it's like it's like they're playing D&D. And like one of the Borderlands characters is running a D&D campaign, so there's got a lot of comedy and a lot of craziness. So I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I think soon.
It was in the DLC for Borderlands 2, right? That's where that came from.
That was a little prequel thing, but yeah.
Oh, okay, because I loved that. I played a little piece of that, and that was
the whole expanded thing now, and it looks amazing. And if you like Divinity, check out Pillars of Eternity.
I love Pillars of Eternity. You're gonna like it. If you agree with Dan.
I'll put it in the notebook.
Do the PC version if you possibly can.
Okay.
I'm timing you, Max, for how long you write it down.
Yeah. and we'll get back to that list.
Like all of his research he's been doing on the side.
Yeah.
You'll be like Divinity number 4. What are you?
All right, there we go. Good to go.
Speaking of research,
you son of a. What, Dan? Go ahead.
I said speaking of research list.
Yeah.
We jumping into it? We can.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Ready for the top 5 controversial kids TV shows and or movies, and kind of whatever controversial about them, right? Either about the show or surrounding the show and or movie.
Yeah.
That works.
Pretty
very
loosey
loose.
goosey with controversial. I think this will make it more fun. Max, what's your number 5?
I'm gonna go ahead and throw out the one that kind of brought this this whole category to life. Turning Red. We discussed it a little bit last week. Scott gave his whole synopsis and everything on the movie, but like there's some controversy over like menstruation and parents like actually having to talk to their kids. So you're like, oh, and it's not even that. It's like it's girls. It's like, oh, I have to talk to my girl about her period. Like, gross. Like, why would I don't want to do that?
Yuck.
Yeah, I saw some of the what Scott was mentioning, like a lot of like the 1-star reviews of people being like so offensive that they would put this in a children's film when children aren't ready to receive this. It's like you just make it technical and clinical. Like kids will get it. It's like
literally there's like a half of a joke about.
Yeah, it's like not the bulk of the joke. Yeah,
in the whole movie, like they do it. It's one beat and they move right the fuck on, and it is like it's amazing to me how many people are like stuck on. Like, oh my god! Like you're talking about menstruation. How dare you? I like how these things in polite conversation.
I need to get you a cigarette holder and a monocle.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
The ladies, one of those long pipes.
The ladies with the high collars from like.
Yes. And some frill.
And some frill, yeah.
What the fuck, people? Like, yes, she's 13. She's gonna have her first fucking period. Like, give me like it's not that bad.
Well, none of us know how. In terms of
well, I mean, in terms of like the discussion of it, it's not it's not that bad. It might be It might be horrible.
The experience
for the person actually going through it, it might be horrible. Yeah.
That's all I was trying to say.
It is a natural thing that happens.
100%.
99.8% of all the other women on the planet. So.
Yep.
For sure, makes sense.
It's something we can laugh at. The
think of the children-ish aspect of it.
I bet that's on a lot of our lists. It's quite a few times in mine, I think. But
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Dan, go ahead. Number 5.
My number 5 is when they try and like downplay, or not downplay, but they try and like suck all the violence out of what would be violent characters. So. In Britain, well that too, but like the Scott's imaginary Spider-Man show, where they yes where they couldn't break glass and stuff. But in England they called them Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles because they couldn't be ninjas.
Ninja?
Yes.
Oh man,
that just bugs the shit out of me. So.
And also, they took away Michelangelo's nunchakus and gave him a grappling hook.
Yes.
Because you can hurt yourself seriously with nunchucks. Swords.
I mean,
you're cool.
Give that dude a chain and sickle.
I remember that, though. They had to redo the theme song. It was like Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Yeah. Like, because I heard that once, like maybe like 10 years ago, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And that just opened a whole hole to that. Yeah. Thank you,
really Max. On brand.
And honestly, I guess I'm next here. Mine leads right into from Dan's because my number 5 was also Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Hero Turtles Controversy 2. TMNT 2, The Secret of the Ooze, they made them holster their weapons for the whole film. Like, they had them, but they never used them. They used, like, appliances and toys and Three Stooges shenanigans because parents who saw the first film with their kids were like, wow, this is actually really violent.
I wish they could have made a Ninja Turtles movie like the original fucking
Yes.
where it's Ninja Turtles just murdering a whole clan of foot ninjas.
Well, I mean,
That one,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
just like the original comics, and
and then come back and tell me how this one was too violent. You know,
the
like,
the 1990 movie was probably as close as we're ever gonna get, because Ninja Turtles at this point had become like a huge kid commodity, and the 1990 film, I mean, they killed people. I mean, like Leonardo. There are scenes where Leonardo absolutely swipes someone with a katana, and you're kind of like, okay, so that person's leg is forever severed.
Robot.
He'll live though.
Before he came back in the sequel, like Shredder's death was gruesome. Casey Jones like straight up murdered him in a garbage truck.
Yeah.
And so it's like for the sequel, they were like, you need to tone down these Ninja Turtles, but we can't call them heroes.
Or usually, like when Raph gets the shit kicked out of him,
he's in a coma.
They don't know that he's going to live.
Right.
But basically, that was like symbolic. Like everything was a complete tonal shift come Ninja Turtles 2, because parents were so outraged that this thing that they should have been like watching with their kids probably was considered violent.
Yes.
Like you blame the cartoon for that. Like
yeah, well, that's the thing, is they became such a hot commercial item in those years that it was like, well, they got to be a little bit softer in their presentation. Meanwhile, like the 90s movie, I actually legit think is a great movie with really deep, dark themes and drama and characterization. It's like, so.
Oh yeah.
But whatever, Vanilla Ice, right?
Right.
Hey, yeah, of course.
That was super catchy.
And then time travel.
All right, Justin, what's
Fuck that movie, dude.
My number 5, it wasn't a specific show, but like the Dan Schneider era of Nickelodeon, like there's been so much controversy around like him, like if he's been weird with like Amanda Bynes, the iCarly people, like there's just a lot of like it's a rumor now, right? But there's been so much like smoke that it's like it's a gross feeling, right? There's a lot of controversy around. Yeah. But yeah, that was my number 5. Just because it's a rumor, basically. I don't think it's really been proven, but there's a lot of people talking about it, right? Or at least there. I
mean, it's never good when you have like that kind of like really salacious kind of controversy surrounding a kids network, like,
right? It's just bad.
Whether it's true or not, it's like it's still you don't want that.
Oh, ready for number 4?
I just had to consult the notebook there. Number 4 is going to the Home Alone series.
Trying to murder people.
For children just out there wantonly hurting people. They don't really discourage your children from fucking making traps in the house and being creative with how to keep people out of your house.
Hey, Mom, took this nail gun out.
They counted up the time. That the sticky bandits would have been killed in those movies, like
several times over, right?
It's like 100 or 200 something times in the first movie alone.
But Max, they make up for it with sweet, scary old people.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they give you this whole you don't know people's experiences until you get to know them type of thing.
Yeah.
You also don't know people's experiences until you murder them with a paint can.
Or a brick off a roof.
Yeah. Like the brick off a freaking 3 stories, catch a brick. See if you live. Like that's totally fine. But Home Alone. That's my number 4.
It's a good one.
I will the worst part of those movies for me, it was the smaller, traps, like the nail through the floorboard.
Oh
yeah, like
like
it's just like, because that can happen,
Yep.
like, and you get seriously messed up by that. Just
Yes.
it's like, oh
Yes.
Mr. Dan.
From a happy one to a not quite so happy one. When I was growing up, like one of my favorite cartoons was Ren and Stimpy.
Oh yeah.
And now you watch it and there's kind of a yicky aftertaste because of John Kay. That dude is weird. And yeah.
he was definitely using it as an outlet for something.
Yeah, and that's not cool because I love
cool.
that show. And now and
Dan,
even
you're weird just like that guy.
No, I'm not, sir. But like his weird like Kickstarter campaigns and stuff, where he's gonna like paint you a can of beans or something. I don't know what that is.
A can of beans.
Look at that. It's bizarre. But yeah, like it's a whole thing, and it's worse than the other Nickelodeon guy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
How do you spell his name?
Kay.
Krasinski.
Is that really Kaczynski?
Yeah.
Okay.
John
I was like,
Kay.
we're making a joke
Like the
about the
Office
Office.
guy?
Yeah.
I think it's spelled differently,
Right?
maybe.
Yeah,
Or is it-
yeah. I think.
Do you remember like the Spike revitalization of Ren and
I
Stimpy?
do. I remember I watched it
Yeah.
a few times.
Yeah.
At that point, I was kind of when I saw it coming on Spike TV and the new stuff, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, Crick Falusi. That's right.
Falusi.
My bad.
Oh, you're good. Quick Google.
Theodore Kaczynski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or about
Wait
to
a
get
minute.
Wait a
shadow
minute.
banned by the Office people.
Yeah. Great.
Mike.
My number 4, and I count this as a kids film because it's got a lot of cartoons in it, and also, but it's more of like a detective noir thing. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Those couple of frames where apparently like you see all of Jessica Rabbit's business, and I'm just like, there's nothing there. The fact that you slowed this down to see like a couple of frames up her skirt is really fucking weird. The fact that you dedicated a whole like thing to this,
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. She's a voluptuous cartoon character, and that's kind of the point because it's a noir detective thing. You have that type of trope in noir detective stories, but it's like the fact that people slowed that down enough to be like, you could see up her pantaloons.
Yeah.
And it's like there's nothing. It's a cell of animation. Like blink and you'll miss it. It's gone. There's nothing there. Like
Between you and Max, if we don't do a steampunk,
Yeah,
show,
Matt.
just
Max,
like, with all
can we have your
pipes.
monocle carrier, your monocle character say that?
Pshaw!
Pantaloons.
Pantaloons.
This woman is without her knickers.
See a woman's business. Uncalled for, sir.
There we go.
That comes from years of me and Max making fun of Alfred on our To the Chat.
I gotcha.
Yeah, check out the chat game.
Yeah, check out our Batman review over there.
Look, nailed it.
Next
My
time, go
number
see Batman.
4. Yeah. What was it? It was. I was just old enough to like be cognizant of the shitstorm that Teletubbies had. Do you remember the controversy around Teletubby? Like how stupid that was? Like,
No.
Oh my god, it was.
Because Tinky Winky was
Yeah,
apparently
it
gay.
was. I just remember like growing up and like
What?
it being a thing.
All right.
It was dumb. Like in today's time, it would have not even like registered anything.
Yeah.
it was the dumb. But what was it? What was the actual thing? It was one of them they thought was gay or whatever, and
Tinky
that made
Winky
it-
was
yeah, it made
apparently gay.
made a whole thing. Like,
And
who
they drew
cares?
that assumption off of the fact that all the characters are just basically like that's what the show
that
is.
was it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they do. It's their thing. But I remember that distinctly as a kid, people losing their mind over that thing, and I was like, "This is stupid. This whole thing is dumb." But yeah, that was my number 4. Number 3.
Number 3 is going to Disney animation. Like Little Mermaid. The cover of Little Mermaid's got dicks on it. Aladdin. There's a like the when he's shooing the tiger away, he's like, "Take off your clothes." When
Sex Cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it lies down and the
remember
cloud and
these.
stuff goes up and says sex in the thing. Fucking Disney animators, man. Like they are a repressed group of people. they
20-hour days in there just animating away. Like,
But has anyone ever actually come out and said, "Oh yeah, that was an inside joke for us," or is it more like,
no, because Disney would crush them. Like
Yeah.
they can't ever say the truth, but like it was there. Like you can see it. Like it's actually there.
well, here's the trick though, is like we got to watch those
Yeah.
movies now on Disney Plus and see if like
they'll have cleaned it all up.
if they add extra CGI hair to Daryl Hannah's butt for Splash, like they'll get rid of the sex cloud and the take off your clothes line.
The whole song will be like a generic thing, like if the the wrestling pay-per-views on Peacock. Like, he'll just get like something that doesn't even sound like the first song, but nobody ever like pays any attention or points at it or anything.
It's so clearly like one of their Disney Plus stars or something dubbing.
Selena Gomez is
For Aladdin.
Yeah. No,
For sure. So, yeah, that's my number 3.
Boba Fett sings Aladdin.
I can show you the world.
Oh, I can show you that. Yeah.
Shining, shimmering splendor. I'll sit here and do nothing. It's okay.
Oh, God.
I don't know why I don't think he's supposed to be Australian. I don't know why I went with that New Zealand accent.
It works, whatever.
Mr. Dan, number 3.
The Transformers movie. The death of Optimus Prime.
Okay.
The cartoon.
Yeah, that fucked me up.
That ruined so many children. And,
Oh my God.
and it's hilarious.
Like, there's no controversy. Like, it's not like, oh, like parents were angry about it or whatever.
Bring
like,
back Optimus.
But, like,
They were.
Free Optimus.
The parents were because their kids were like in the
Yes.
fetal.
Like when one kid like locked himself in the bathroom for 3 days.
Kid.
You sure that wasn't related to something else?
Pretty sure. They didn't. They hadn't seen Turning Red yet.
Oh, no.
No, that was like the first time where I ever like got the concept of death. Like
was when a robot died.
Well, yeah, but it was Optimus fucking Prime, bro. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Didn't that have ramifications for the G.I. Joe?
Yeah,
Because they were like they were gonna kill Duke, right?
Yeah. And they got the little walkie-talkie call at the end saying Duke was just fine.
Hey, everybody, he's cool.
G.I.
Snake to the chest, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, it big ups on you for pulling this one, Dan. That really fucked me up. Like I had. But it was good storytelling. Like it was.
Oh yeah. I mean,
like the movie and everything. Like I really enjoyed that movie. But yeah, like I was not ready. When I watched it as a kid.
And they're murking the Autobots in the beginning of that too. Like,
oh yeah, but like,
hey, we got a jet.
any other freaking Autobot could die except for Optimus Prime, and you'd be totally okay with it. But they went.
And then you hear the figurative death of Orson Welles' talent.
That's also quite sad. I've always
the French champagne.
I've always got the original Manowar albums though for it's okay.
Of course, I've got Chimes at Midnight. We're all good.
Yeah, it's fine. Mike.
Well, I'm going to tie in with you again, Dan, here because my next one is about a Transformers film as well. Not a cartoon one, unfortunately, one of the live-action ones. Back when Revenge of the Fallen came out, with good old Skids and Mudflap.
Oh my God!
Oh my!
Those dudes, that was
the fucking nigger bots.
Oh, sir, you can't say that.
That's what they were. I'm gonna call it.
I mean, yeah, for lack of a better term, I mean that's what it was essentially.
Intelligent robotic species you can't read.
Yeah. Even for the time, that was like rough. That was like rough, and everyone's like, "Why?
Yeah, why'd you make this? You could have made him funny and not crazy."
I wasn't, and that's the thing. I'm not expecting much from these films to begin with. I wasn't expecting much from frame one of the first one, but I'm just like, come on.
I was actually like a Michael Bay fan right up until that movie, and I was like, oh
wow.
I mean, and like I say, I like explosions. I like popcorn movies. This is what Michael Bay is good for. And I was like, okay, I can deal. I never really like wanted to look into any of like
But he makes it so easy to look like even with his more recent movie Ambulance coming out. Like, did you see that clip of his interview where he's like, "Oh yeah, well the effects look like shit." It's like, cool, throw your whole effects department under the bus that you spearhead, by the way, genius. If the effects look like shit, guess who that falls on? Ultimately, probably the person directing the thing. Fuck you. Sorry, it gets me mad.
You're good. I saw that trailer like a year ago, and I was just like, this movie just looks like shit. Like it doesn't. You don't need to get to the.
Well, it's different when you or I say that because we have nothing to do with the production. We're not in charge of the production. We're not the ones being like cracking the whip over an effect, an overworked effects department and being like, oh, your work is shit, by the way, and I'm gonna tell everyone that shit.
Yeah, that's kind of ass.
Burt Reynolds approves.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello.
Michael Bay, that guy sucks. Speaking of shitty Ryan Reynolds movies on Netflix, the Michael Bay movie that Ryan Reynolds did,
the Six Underground.
Yeah, I made it fucking 25 minutes of that movie, and I was like, "This is."
I gotta say, whenever I color grade a video, whether it's a film or a video log or whatever I'm doing, I always start to think like, okay, how much do I want to saturate this? Do I want to be annoying Michael Bay levels of color saturation and contrast, or am I going to mute it a little? Let's mute it. Let's go. Let's be more conservative. Let's not do what he does.
Yeah, we can't. You can't be. No, fuck that dude. Michael Bay sucks. Like I will always love the first Bad Boys movie, but
early stuff I'm okay with because.
So my number 3 was one of my favorite shows as a kid was the Tiny Toons.
Yeah.
And
beer.
Here's the beer one. Like I remember, I believe I've seen it. Like it's them getting drunk and like it's
it makes me laugh now because it's like they're splitting one beer.
Yeah.
3 characters splitting one beer. I'm like, oh, we were so innocent back then.
Yeah.
When there's a 6-pack in the fridge available to me right now.
Yes.
But that was a whole big thing. I think it's still banned.
What do you mean?
Yeah. That would have killed Porky Pig. But either way, the beer episode showed a couple of the Toons drinking alcohol, and that got wild in terms of. I think it's still banned, to be honest, for television.
Which is weird because it's actually it's like a morality thing. Like it's saying don't do this.
Yeah. But look what happens when you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm fucking America. It's like the grim fairy tales. It's like these are all like cautionary tales, and America's like, no, we
got dummies down.
Well, don't let Disney do any of them because otherwise they become something else entirely. You lose the subtext.
Always have happy endings.
Nothing ever goes wrong. Do what you want.
All right.
Number 2, Max. Yeah.
On number 2, Zootopia. I fucking love this movie. Okay. And the controversy was that the movie is about inclusion and accepting everyone for just accept everyone's different and then we can all exist together. But they also play on a lot of stereotypes. The sloths are all slow. The bunny rabbits fuck a lot.
The fox is sly.
The fox is a slick character. He's a tricksy dude. So it's there's a little bit of controversy over that, and I was just like, how is it that you don't just watch the movie and just be happy?
I can kind of get if that message really resonates with you and you kind of feel like, okay, well, clearly there's something, if anything, make him not sly. Be like, hey, I work against type or something like that. But they don't do that. I still like it though. It's creatively
to solve the mystery.
Yeah, creatively, it's really it's really good. I love a lot of the creative choices they do. But,
I mean, Zootopia was I can't even remember what I had seen before I'd watched Zootopia, but I was like, I needed Zootopia and just for the happiness in a bottle that it can be. So I didn't pick up on any of that, but then I was like, oh wow, I like this movie, and people were like, just everyone plays to type. It goes against what they're saying.
I think that also comes with subsequent viewings. I've only seen it twice, and I never gave it much thought when I saw it twice. But it's if you dedicate I don't know, a week to watching it over and over, you'll start to see stuff.
If you've got kids and it's their favorite movie and you've watched it for the 700th time, maybe I understand that.
I mean, not all sheep make meth, it's
yes.
Only a select few.
I have not met a sheep who doesn't make meth.
I did not realize. Actually, thank you, Dan, for opening my eye. I did not realize that was actually parallel to meth.
Yeah.
Makes you tap into your animalistic instincts. Yeah. Huh.
Dan?
Okay, well,
Right into it.
Number 2 is "Song of the South."
Well, that's
Oh,
my
God.
number 1, but I'm cool with you
Oh
covering it.
God.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's a kids movie.
Fucking A. We go from nigger bots to this.
Right?
Yeah, why not? But because like who doesn't want to go down from their giant plantation house and hear fun animated stories from people who were slaves but then really liked being there and stayed.
Yeah, totally. I'm sure they stayed because
Voluntarily?
they definitely stayed because not because they had to, because they wanted to.
Yes, because
That still isn't on Disney Plus yet, is it?
Oh no.
I would applaud them. I would applaud them for putting it on there. Like, this thing, and if you want to watch it, you can fucking watch it. But like, there's no way in hell they put that fucking movie on Disney.
No. Like, and I would love to see the disclaimer for that when they put it up.
Yeah,
I mean, because that's what Warner Brothers did for years, though. They, especially with like their World War II reels, they'd be like, "Listen, we made these cartoons at a period in time when we were very much caught up in a patriotic sense, and like, there are stereotypes in here that these days we would consider harmful, but also this is part of art. Is art changes and its statements evolve and change, and we hope you can understand that. Like, give context to your audience. Don't just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna dump it on here." And
I mean, there's reasons why you still watch Birth of a Nation in film class.
The Disney exec who's got the fucking balls to even suggest that they fucking put Song of the South on Disney Plus. I mean, like, we have to sign like, oh, do you want to watch adult content over the Netflix fucking show?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are we gonna have to do to watch Song of the South on Disney Plus? Like, go through like fucking 4 different things. Click yes. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Just so you know, there's this in here. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Every 5 seconds, we shouldn't have done this. We shouldn't have done that.
Oh man, it'd be like ads playing on top of a YouTube video. It'd be just like that. It has a disclaimer.
You can only watch the movie, but it'll be bordered by like, we don't want it. We're sorry.
There's just a ticker that keeps going across the bottom of the thing. That's how that works. Like you know, remember the crows in Dumbo.
Hey now, because that's my number 2.
Rolling right into it.
Let's keep this train of horrible racism going. Apparently,
okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead, sir.
I didn't think much of it when I was a kid, but when you look back on the original Dumbo and the crows and their names, and the fact that they're all voiced by white actors.
I never knew that.
No. What did you think? Did you think Walt Disney hired people of color?
Yeah.
Oh man,
it makes sense now.
It's like,
come on, Walt.
You think good old Uncle Walt was that much into inclusivity? He didn't even want his workers to have a decent living wage. It's like, he's not. But
and women couldn't animate, of course.
Yeah, and women couldn't animate apparently. So that whole thing.
Hilarious.
But no, like they're voiced by white actors. I when I see an elephant fly, I don't know. It's still a good song. I just need to separate it completely from the characterization and caricatures of those particular characters. And I feel that's also one of the
crows speak jive.
Oh, they speak jive.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
I mean, there's some actually like interesting lyricism in that song.
Into this.
Like, there's some clever lyricism there. It's like, I've seen a dragonfly and I've seen a house fly, but I ain't never seen an elephant fly. Like, I like that. It's whimsical and fun. It's just a matter of the fact that it's put through the lens of like the stereotype, which is really, really bad. And the fact that the updated version like sidesteps all of that. They're just like, oh, what crows? Never happened. Here, have a horrible Tim Burton live action fiasco.
Look,
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, there's no way to have a nod to those crows.
No, not have a nod to it. I don't know. It's kind of like it's dishonest in a way. It's sort of like forgetting your past, but also at the same time pretending like, oh, this is the way it's always been.
Like, can you watch the animated Dumbo on Disney Plus?
It's on there as far as I know, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Crows still in there?
I mean, yeah, they're kind of integral.
I might have to check. So
Yeah, no, that's the only thing. If they cut the crows out of the animated version, that would be more, I think, to what you're saying than when they make the new one. Because there's no way to have those fucking crows in the new one.
But in the new one, they still have the concept of the feather, which the crows gave him, which was sort of like, a talisman or something like that. It empowered him to fly. Here, in the new one, the feather, I believe, is now white. So.
Oh, wow.
About that.
Well, wait.
Wow.
You make the crows and the doves. You have like the Wayans brothers voice them, and it'll be like White Chicks.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm 100% down for that. I was not angry at White Chicks for any reason at all. So
no, of course not.
That's totally fun. Let's run that back.
That would be a Tim Burton thing, then.
Yeah. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, God.
Tim Burton would be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just imagine that's how Tim Burton acts. It's like,
Tim Burton would be like, "Can Johnny Depp do it?"
He's like half asleep all the time. He's wearing those dark sunglasses. I don't know, man.
It's
whatever.
not racist because crows are black. If we have Johnny Depp play a crow,
yeah,
it doesn't.
I mean, he did a great Indian. I mean, I didn't hear anybody say anything about that.
Yeah.
Indian is not the preferred nomenclature. Native American.
Yeah.
Please, Donnie.
To paraphrase, fucking Big Lebowski. Justin, what's your number 2?
Number 2, and I didn't know about this until I was Googling for this list. The Adventures of Milo and Otis have alleged a bunch of animal abuse, and it bummed me out when I read that. I was like, oh god.
Apparently like 20 cats or something like that.
That's terrible.
Like, oh my god, that's a lot of dead cats.
Well, maybe not dead, but definitely harmed.
Yeah. Well, according to this, it says more than 20 kittens were killed during the production or whatever, and one cat's paw was intentionally broken to make it look unsteady while walking. Like, I hope that's not true, but like,
holy crap,
that's controversy and it's crappy.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Not a problem.
I read a similar kind of blurb, and I think like there's a scene with a bear, right? Mm-hmm. And apparently it was not safe at all to have a little dog, a little cat, and a bear together on set.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like popcorn and chicken for that.
That's where 12 of the cats went, man. What are you talking about?
We have to get the shot.
Can we clean the blood off the bear's mouth, please? Like, how the fuck are we supposed to do that?
I see that all you broke right there.
Oh man,
terrible.
God damn it! Get another fucking cat, Jesus Christ!
But anyway, terrible.
Yeah, that's who do you get to be the animal handler on that one? Holy crap!
The devil.
I mean, clearly, whoever gave Alec Baldwin the gun, so. It's the same person.
Yeah, some
dude.
You're not wrong.
Hey, we're already. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Fucking A. Fucking.
You got some start today, man.
No, because seriously, that production stuff really pisses me off. And hearing about Milo and Otis, even though I barely have memories of Milo and Otis, but I'm just the idea of like, oh, let's purposely break a cat's paw to
intentionally.
Like, that rings of like, let's give a loaded gun to an actor. Like it's
that's true.
It's like, ugh.
I don't get like too militarily minded. Like I was probably the 3rd worst Marine of all time. But that shit, the Alec Baldwin shit, fucking. That set me right back. I'm like, fucking. What do you mean? What do you mean you get a live round? And like if I receive a weapon, I check the weapon. If I'm giving someone a weapon, I check the weapon. Like there's no way to hand somebody a loaded weapon and they don't know that it is fucking loaded.
Yeah.
I it's so basic. So fucking basic.
Dude, I had to be on an indie. I was on it back when I was in New York and I was doing like some paid acting gigs. Like I did this indie shoot in Queens for like this zombie pilot or something like that that never got developed. And they gave us guns, but they were like, check. Like before they even hand us anything, it was like, okay, well, you're not going to fire them, obviously, but we're going to make sure there's nothing in the chambers because these are actual like weapons that could have something in them.
Yeah, and
we're double checking the barrel, and it's just like, here you go. You don't actually squeeze the trigger. Don't actually, just you can hang on to it. Here's your prop.
Yeah.
Don't aim it at anyone. Or anything like that. It's just it's a
definitely
flourish.
Don't aim it at somebody and pull the trigger.
Yeah, it's like they take you aside, and this is for like an indie production where my payment was like fettuccine alfredo. Like that was
and what do they call it? Experience or
an experience.
Yeah.
And if they're taking that seriously, like it just pisses me off when I hear about these.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Great topic, guys.
That's fun.
Ruined his whole Sunday.
And I got to film a movie tonight too, so I'm like,
I'm glad this came up on a discussion of children's things.
There's not many things that can make me be like, in the Marine Corps, this would have never stood. Like, but it took me right back there. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Like they managed to have 800 recruits not shoot themselves in fucking basic training. Then you can hand Alec Baldwin a gun and not have anything happen. Like, give me a fucking break.
But what else would Alec Baldwin do in basic training? I mean, is he like the
turn to shoot?
Is he like the Starship Trooper guy that takes his helmet off and the
live fire?
Okay.
Anyways,
so dark. Max, what's number one?
Number one, Max.
You get Justin's number two?
Yeah, Milo Otis.
Yeah.
Oh, that brought this
around. And then we pivoted to
we pivoted to guns from animal safety.
Number one for me is Lego Batman.
Right.
Okay.
The Robin talks about his two dads because Bruce Wayne and Batman are his two dads.
People made a stink about that? Really?
Oh my god, dude!
Really?
Yes. Yes. They're like, "Hurry! He ain't gay. Robin ain't." First off, Robin ain't gay. Okay, Batman ain't gay, and Robin ain't gay, and you're putting all these fucking.
I like how somehow you got a southern accent going.
Yeah, this is fun.
Somehow
and not my Batman and all this shit. Like it happened. It really happened
for the Lego Batman movie,
and not the '60s Batman where he's running around in short shorts and okay.
They taped his dick to his stomach, so that was
Yes.
We've heard about that.
People, I mean, it's forever chronicled in Blu-ray and DVD now. You can see clearly.
I get.
No, that's still fine, baby. We don't talk about.
Damn it, man! You're gonna make me look when I watch the fucking seasons.
You won't be able to unsee it, dude.
Oh no!
Just one of the trades of old Hollywood.
Look,
I mean, I already read the man's memoirs. Like I know what happened. But
if you can watch a Jackass movie, you can watch.
I was like,
that's true.
It's fine.
And they're doing stuff to their dicks on purpose not for the sake of like artistic
integrity.
integrity.
Into seeing a Jackass movie after seeing the first one, you knew you were seeing.
God. I just recently watched the last one, and I was like, this movie is like fucking 83% dick.
Yep.
But again, like I'm totally cool with my sexuality. I don't mind looking at fucking 43 minutes of dick. Like that's totally fine.
It's whatever, dude. But seriously, people got upset for my two dads.
Yeah.
That's really like and like the Robin in that movie is kind of like very happy-go-lucky. So like that lens.
But
like a kid.
Yeah,
sort of like a child,
like Robin,
like a boy. Something a boy
wonder
splendor.
Yes. And
almost got it.
But yet the people that bitch about this are the same ones that'll go and watch 47 minutes of dick.
Tracy.
Yes.
You ever seen that robot? You ever seen that Robot Chicken sketch where it's like
Yes.
Dick Tracy's like just being a dick to everyone? Now we know why they call you Dick Tracy. And then he goes home, takes off his hat, and he's just got like a dick for a hat. He's like, yes, that's why they call me Dick. He just cries. It's like,
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, Dan, what's your number one?
yeah.
The 1990 Children's Television Act,
Haven't seen.
which is why you can't have fun
It's not-
Saturday morning.
It's not an
cartoon
act.
time
I mean, it's not a
anymore.
show. It's
This is what,
Yeah.
an actual act.
what hamstrung Scott's favorite Spider-Man show.
Well, it's part of it. Yeah, basically that they were concerned with how all the TV shows were just basically toys that they would sell to children.
Yeah.
And so they brought an act into Congress, which is why we can't have fun things anymore. like I grew up with, like He-Man and Transformers and all of those, because those were toys and subjected children to advertising against their young knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And that just makes me sad and ruined my childhood.
Yeah.
Fair. That's fair.
Because one year I remember there were fun cartoons, and then the next year was all like a couple cartoons, and then like Saved by the Bell bullshit shows.
Yep.
That's awesome.
there you go.
And that's where I grew up.
And it's like
Yeah.
Bullshit.
it's also like completely undervaluing the idea of like, hey, this is why PBS exists too. Like this is where you get like the educational programming. Like that's what it's all. And they try to, the fact that throughout the years they've been trying to undercut National Endowment for the Arts and PBS as well. It's like, okay, we just don't want your kids to learn at this point. Like,
Well, no. As long as they can be good, happy worker bees, it's fine.
yeah, capitalism.
Oh my god. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
we're just
This is spiraling quickly into something sad.
Yes.
Consume
Another
and labor, folks. Consume and labor.
This is the latest episode of Podcast Flips. Thank you.
Yeah. I just read 1984, and
Oh, hey, there you go.
Resistance.
yeah, that's right. Mike, what's your number one?
Resistance on this
Oh,
platform,
sorry.
which is owned by Google.
Oh,
Anyways, my number one,
Bye.
just Pocahontas. Overall, Pocahontas, because it's
terrible.
that's definitely not what the story is of Pocahontas.
no.
It's not this romanticized, oh yeah, she's of age. No, it's this girl was kidnapped by the white dudes and had a kid and was taken away back to the mainland as the noble representation of savages, as she was called. And it's like, man, Disney really tried to make something really prolific and romantic about this, huh?
Anything for $1.
Fucking, and it's more than just Disney, like that's the. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, no, it wasn't. Of course, they didn't kidnap, and rape this young girl.
That's just a representation of like literally whitewashing the history. Be like, Pocahontas.
Of course.
They weren't like what was it in that's fucking. Oh god, I can't even remember his name now. I'm sorry, like I'm heated already. Fucking dude, Jesus Christ. Okay, Ian Malcolm.
Jesus! Oh no!
Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park. Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goldblum in the
Fly.
in the Thor movie. The unpaid laborers. Like,
Yes.
With jobs.
Slaves.
Yes.
Unpaid laborers, please. Absolutely. Fucking A. This is part of the problem with not recognizing history as it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, it's okay. You're like, we're past it. They yada. Like, you can't fix what your fucking great grandfather did, but you can at least acknowledge that he was a fucking asshole.
And
terrible things.
I don't know, this thing called learn from it.
Like remember and not do it again.
Yeah.
That'd probably be good.
Yeah, like Germany is a great example of that, right? Like,
Yeah.
say Nazi in Germany and see what happens.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
And there's a way to do it and there's a way not to do it. Obviously, Disney chose the latter.
Well, I mean, it would have been an opportunity. I don't know, because
Well, no,
Pocahontas is a missed opportunity to be like, we could tell a different kind of story here. We can actually maybe lean into something, but then also, be like, but our investors, mostly white investors,
there's
wouldn't
no
like
way
that.
to make a Disney movie about Pocahontas trying to remain truthful to any actual fact that happened historically.
I am curious. I've never seen it. Have you seen The New World with Christian Bale and?
No, is that a representation of the same story?
Well, Pocahontas is in it, and it's more like an art. It's by what's his name? He did Tree of Life, and
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
I'm really curious. I mean, it's a long movie apparently too, but I'm really curious like how they play with that, because it's more of a serious like drama and history piece as well. But I'm really curious.
I don't see how you. Yeah, there's no like popcorn movie for that story.
No, not really. No, that's
no.
It's fucking bullshit.
Like even in the mid '90s, like I gained enough of like world history knowledge to kind of be like, this is bullshit. There's tension in the movie clearly, but they also tried to be like both sides are bad type of thing in the movie. Like the Indian, or not the Native Americans, my apologies. They're saying like, we can't trust those white men. They're filthy savages as well. And the white men are also on the other side saying, we can't trust them. They're filthy savages. It's like, no, one of these clearly had a manipulative advantage over the other. It's not this. We're both equally bad. No, someone came here with the intention to plunder.
When a Native American says, we can't trust these white guys, they're bad, that's just the truth.
Yes, that's just bad. It's like,
because one person was in his home and living happily when somebody else came by.
Yep, exactly.
If he says that, that's his fucking right.
And that when I saw the movie, I was very much like, okay, I know a little bit about this now, but let me get into a specific historical story. And that's when I discovered the true story of like, there was no wooing of Pocahontas. Pocahontas was kidnapped.
Fucking crazy.
Terrible.
Just absolutely.
But it makes a nice, very whitewashed story for children.
Sure.
Yes. And a meeting of cultural minds.
Yes, of course. Here's some beads.
Pocahontas teaches John Smith to paint with all the colors of the wind.
Sure.
Yes.
What a good.
Obviously, there was.
My only hope is when it comes to films like that is that there's a percentage of the kids out there who tapped into their intuition, kind of like, and was like, something is rotten in the state of Denmark here. Like, I'm gonna check this out for myself just to make sure. Yup, this story's bullshit. Like, that's the small slim positive I could give. Is like maybe some kids wised up and were like, nah, not buying it.
Makes sense. And my number one, we already talked about it. Song of the South, terrible, wild. Can't believe they did that, but we talked about it.
I can.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
but they did.
It's during when they made it, it was absolutely cool to make something like that.
Yeah, 100%. And different lens.
But obviously, fucking slaves. Like, you just like chatting it up with the slaves. Like, that's cool.
Yeah. I love my path in life. Just sitting here in this little shack, telling your kids stories. That's great.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. I would have chose this for myself.
Yes.
I love telling stories to your kids.
I definitely. Yeah.
But whatever. There's a cartoon rabbit.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
fine.
We're all good. We're all good.
Oh my.
That's
also kind of coming off the Pocahontas thing there.
Yeah.
I was watching a criticism of the new Mulan movie, the
live action.
Live action.
Mm-hmm.
In which it's terrible because there's no dragon and stuff too.
There's also no kung fu.
Wushu.
Yes, but also I was angry because there was no dragon and no actual kung fu and stuff, Max. But it turns out that there's no actual like training scenes or anything like the original animated one where she had to get better. Yeah, like she had to get better and stuff. Yeah, like here she's already badass at everything.
That's unfortunate.
There's a lot of stuff about that movie that.
Yeah, and I'm not even touching the cultural things at all. I'm just saying that,
or the real world stuff too.
Yeah.
Let's film next to the re-education camps.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's fun. Let's give a shout out to that area with re-education camps.
Oh, jeez. Dark times. Well, this has been a very positive and uplifting top 5. I feel very warm and fuzzy about the conversation.
Great topic.
Yeah.
We need to do another one of these next week.
It's been a lot better than I thought I was going to do.
Top 5 saddest moments of our lives. And
oh man.
But no, like I was definitely surprised by some of the controversies that everyone brought today.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Because it was a varying range too. Because some of it was like I didn't know about the Lego Batman thing at all.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Like the stuff that's really blown out proportion, where it's like, okay, come on. And then there's like serious stuff where it's like, there's something fundamentally wrong with this, like animal abuse or racism. Like
or both.
Yeah.
That's like how would you make the most unethical movie ever made? I mean,
exactly.
That's a remake I don't want to talk about.
It has to be a historical tragedy that you whitewash that also deals with racism who abuse the animals on set.
Just breaking bones of kittens. Like, how many do we need?
Maybe like
that seriously upset me, man.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's
yeah, that's not cool.
Because I love, I've been thinking about adopting a cat for a while,
yeah,
and I'm just
get
like,
one. Cats are awesome.
Like I want to, part of me wants to, but then it just breaks my heart when I hear stuff like that.
I've never broken a cat's wrist to film something, but I'm not a cat guy. I can't get.
Oh, I mean, that's fine. You can not like them and yet not give them serious harm.
Yeah, just don't do anything to them. Otherwise, we're gonna have problems, man.
I've never had an impulse to hurt a cat just so I could, like film it limping down the street.
Yeah. Next time Max comes to your place, Mike, he's gonna like find your new cat, like punt it out.
Oh no!
Out the window, be like, "Oh, cat! Ah!"
Remember that time we were talking about the thing that pissed you off? Here,
here it is.
Well, you guys have a good time. You guys have a good time at your hotel. I'll meet up with you somewhere
with a bat.
All right.
Yeah. Hi.
I'm Harvey Dent.
I'm Harvey Dent.
What?
I don't know what I thought, but
first of all, it sounded like Heath Ledger. I'm Harvey Dent.
Nailed it. That's not what I wanted. But, what's something positive? Give me something positive.
Yeah, we can't end on.
Yeah, last topic. Let's give it something positive. Let's talk something positive. What?
Something positive. I would like to end on the negative.
No. That's a positive. I enjoy when people are sad and we end it like that.
Yeah.
It gives us an edge. Like our podcast, like 1 out of 100 times will end on a fucking crazy shitty note.
Cool. I'm glad we're such edgelords.
I don't want that at all.
Jesus.
I finally watched.
Yeah.
Look at my baby Yoda.
Oh, that's a good baby Yoda.
That's a Lego baby Yoda.
It's a Lego baby Yoda.
But the listeners can't see it. So
that's fine. It's a baby Yoda.
Think about
a Lego baby Yoda.
Imagine my baby Yoda. It's very small.
Imagine a tiny Lego baby Yoda. And
it's
that'll
adorable.
make you happy.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. At least puppets can't get hurt on set.
Yes. Next week, Max will lead your meditation. Picture a baby Yoda.
Puppets don't have souls. We're okay.
And you'll enter your cave. In your cave should be a baby Yoda.
Yes. Breathe in. Breathe out.
It's okay. Baby Yoda's with you. Take a breath.
Have we talked about the live action Avatar TV show that's coming?
What?
The Avatar: The Last Airbender Netflix show.
Is
that?
M. Night Smiley Man directing?
No. It's Avatar though, right?
Yeah.
I'm semi down for this. Like, I mean, obviously the Avatar movie was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
On a lot of different fronts.
Yeah.
So hopefully
It's 5 people to move a rock. They
hopefully
can just pick up the rock.
we can get some, some awesome action sequences, actual bending, and good storytelling. You give me that, I'm down. But if we're gonna fail on any one of those fronts, let's just not do it.
Also, is it just going to be a rehash of the show you've already watched?
I believe so.
But
I think so.
That's
Never
the fucking
mind.
point.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I liked Legend of Korra next to.
Yeah, it's a live action adaptation of the show. Yeah, it's going to be the same thing.
Nah, yeah, okay. Well, that definitely worked out for Cowboy Bebop, so I don't see why.
That was so good.
I was just thinking while we were talking that, Mike, I want you to do like cat interviews if you do adopt, almost like a job interview for your cat, and just you asking questions, just the cat just staring back at you like, all right, I get it.
Like just for the shits and giggles, or you want me to film it?
Yes.
No, just tell me about it.
Just tell you about it. Sure.
Yeah. Absolutely all of the things.
Because I'll just do that anyway. You didn't have to tell me, Justin.
I know. I'm just asking because I'm
just going to do that.
Just be like, all right, whatever you gonna name your cat.
I'm prim and proper about interview process.
Have a little tie. Be great. Job interview coat.
You didn't wear a suit, Cat. I can't even interview.
We're deducting points from the lack of suit.
Yeah, but also, you have to acknowledge that the cat is doing its own thing. That might be the sort of outside
the box move. Yeah, it's a bold move.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a go-getter. It's a forward thinker. The ultimate test will be like, I'll show him a picture of you, Max, and I'll be like, now what do you do when this person shows up? Stay away from him, right? Because he wants to break your wrists for some weird reason.
Yes.
It just runs away from Max. You trained it to just run away.
Wait a minute.
He wants to hurt you just on sight because you're a cat.
For the record,
what can I say?
You got me.
You're gonna get a call from the producer of Milo and Otis 3.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Who are we not taking calls from again? That guy.
Hey, we heard really good things about you. We need you to come forward.
Have you ever thought of being an animal handler?
You said you were double jointed in your wrist? Excellent.
On the set. Okay. All right. We're getting back into bad things, but
okay.
It's all good.
Avatar live action. We'll see how it goes. I wish that it wasn't a rehash. Again, it's already the Avatar and it's its own thing and it's fine, and you can just watch that. So I don't know why they want to make a live action version of something that they've already done. There's no real reason to do that. But if it was Aang, if it was a between Avatar and Korra, that would be cool.
I like that a lot. That'd be great.
They only show you a few scenes from that time, so that would be kind of cool. But I don't need to go over it again. I really like Avatar. I don't need to like it more.
Yeah.
Well, tell you what, if it's good, tell me, and then I'll get Netflix again. And
there we go. That'll be it. Hey, Netflix, can you get Dan back?
It's key.
And if they pull another Cowboy Bebop, then no. So there you go.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't hate the Cowboy Bebop, but it wasn't great.
No. I mean, like I didn't hate it, but my feeling with it was, why did you make this?
It was disappointing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah, there are some things to like out of it, but not a lot. It had like a Gotham-esque where it's like, okay, like this is a good idea, but
that makes a lot of sense now. I never thought about it in terms of the Gotham spectrum of things. Yeah.
The Gotham spectrum.
Can we have like a Gotham category for TV shows? Like one to
yeah.
Well, because from when I watched Gotham, it definitely has a sense of like we got to speed through all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
can we make a high show too? Like
That's
you
right.
know,
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a good idea. I like that.
We gotta vote on that.
What's your number one TV show? I don't have one offhand.
God.
I can't think of one. But does anyone have a thought? Like, what's your favorite TV show of all time? Because that'd be good.
I mean, there are ones that I've loved, like Sopranos and like Breaking
and they're in
Bad
different
or,
genres too. So
yeah,
it's kinda like,
yeah, but then like can it be animated or?
yeah, that's what I mean. It's like.
Because I mean, like
I'm just trying to get a pairing for like Gotham to what, right? What's
Avatar.
the what? Yeah.
Avatar could go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all subjective, except for the fact that everyone can agree.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know that the high point can be agreed upon because like
Yeah.
everyone loves different shit.
Like a hot meter, like it's always a hot sauce, like like it's just like progressive.
Yeah.
Warmer.
Oh yeah, as long as it's not terrible, it's fine. You know, like it's just like you come across a bad hot sauce, like what?
Yeah.
Like, what?
What are you doing here? Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
And get the fuck out.
No, I'm not wasting a chicken wing on you.
Yes.
So, growing up, there was a chicken place, and there was a thing called the Inferno Wing, and like I don't get it. People would eat it, and like they would just like stop eating food. Like it would be so hot, people couldn't finish their meal. Like, why would you even spend money on that?
Was
like,
that?
you know
Was
what I mean?
that?
Okay, now I'm going to tell a story. We can.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one we can end on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a roommate who got the blazing sauce from B-Dubs, right?
Yeah.
He loved hot stuff, so he wasn't like, oh, he ate one wing and he couldn't do shit. Like he ate all of his wings, but then he had to go to the bathroom and he didn't wash it
Oh
before
no.
he touched his junk.
Oh, dude.
And he touched his junk, so you gotta aim. You're not trying to piss all over the place. Freaking, and he's screaming in the bathroom. Okay, and I'm like, dude, like, do I need to call an ambulance? Like, what's going on? Like, I thought he chopped it off. You know, like I thought like he should be nuts or something, and like he's bleeding out of there or something. Now, like the sounds that came out of my roommate.
Wait a minute.
Me today.
Are you still at the restaurant, or are you at?
We're
at home?
We're at home, baby.
Okay. I want the reaction from the other, other customers at the place.
Well, at that point, though, he's like touched a whole bunch of stuff. It's like trace contact. It's like you got to be careful then.
Here, let me show you what I did.
He's like, oh my god.
When I came in the door.
And then like he didn't want to tell me. Like it's obviously very embarrassing. You got like fucking hot sauce.
Yeah.
But so he's like, no, don't worry about it. But he's like, oh my god. Yeah. So it was an interesting experience. Just remember, people like wash your hands before you.
That's a great idea.
If you're eating hot stuff.
Wash your hands. Don't touch your eyes, face, or mouth, or any other sensitive areas on your body.
Yes.
Yes. Or do maybe. Who knows?
I'm not kink shaming. If that's how you get down, that's how you get down.
I mean, you're not going to like it for a bit, but it does turn into a good story later. So I guess it's fine.
It's great for everyone around you.
I will leave my old roommate unnamed, but like it definitely happened.
Jason.
No.
I'm just kidding. What I agree though. That's a great way to end today's show.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any quick thoughts?
No, I think we can't top torching your own junk.
Yes.
Wouldn't want to try.
As a disclaimer, do not torch your own junk. Thank you.
Cool. Well, it was a lot of fun, everybody. Thanks for having us or listening to us. Have a good day.
All right, recycle your droids.
See you.
Bye-bye.